Okay. Hey, people of YouTube. This is Nat at college. I'm Nat. I'm at college, and this is week 6. So last week, I had to make the vlog really quick because my parents don't know that I'm vlogging, and I really don't know how they would react to it. They probably wouldn't care. But, so for this week's vlog, I'm going to go on a rant about that guy who died from Fast and Furious. Okay, so I go on YouTube. I don't go on YouTube. I go on Facebook, and I see all these people that are obsessed with it. And I'm like, seriously? Like, I never watched those movies, and I thought they were just stupid. Like, I never really watched them, but I knew they were stupid. I just think it's just because, like, I don't like cars and stuff. But I think it's stupid just because I'm like, he didn't know who you were, and whatever, you know? But the thing I don't get is, like, why is it that, like, we always have to do that on Facebook? I'm like, I don't even know who that person was. Like, if one of my favorite celebrities died, I wouldn't post it all over Facebook. Like, seriously, I wouldn't post it all over Facebook. But this week, I'm also starting something new. And this week, I'm going to start doing goals for myself. So, my goal for this week is to get at least 10 subscribers onto my channel. And I think I already have 5, so I only need 5 more. And if I do that, then I'll do another goal. And if I keep doing it, then I'll get my hopes up and I'll be able to do something fun. But I didn't do those videos that I was going to promise you in an earlier vlog about my friends and everything because I just didn't have a chance to do it. So yeah, but I promise you I will do it eventually. So this week I had one of my FML moments, and if you don't know what FML is, there's a song about it, and I linked it in one of my earlier vlogs, so you have to go back and find it. But I had an FML moment because I got back here on Sunday with my dad, and I just hate my dad. I just never really connected with him at all. Like, after a while I did, but then years go by and I'm just like, I don't really care about him anymore. And plus, if you realized what he looks like, you'd seriously think the same thing. But what I did was I came back and I was like, oh my god. So what I did was on that Sunday when I got back, I did the 3 remaining death and dying questions for my final. And then the funniest thing was the next day I was like, oh, I'm going to start working on my finish working on my death and dying term paper, which had to be 8 pages. So I emailed my professor and I said, is it due Tuesday or is it due Thursday? Because I thought it was due Thursday with, like, everything else. So here he emails me back and he's like, oh, it's supposed to be due on Tuesday. And I was like, oh my god, FML, like, oh my god. So what I did was I rushed to get it done, so I'm like, and I usually don't do papers the day before. Usually I just finish it the day before, but I never do a whole paper. And I only had 1.5 pages, so I needed like 7.5 more pages without the works cited page. So what I ended up doing is I rushed to get it all done, and I finished the Quakers, the thing I told you about in a previous vlog. And it turns out that I still had to write, like, I think 4 more pages. And I was like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Because I'm like, all the different sites told me something different. Told me the same thing. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? So what I decided was, I was like, whatever, I'll do it later. But what I decided to do was to do it on another one, to do it on a different one. So I did it on another early colonial one. And it was about the Puritans. And the Puritan people, oh my god, like, I seriously think that, like, they like death or something, but they would talk about all these different things, and they made people fear death and everything, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is, like, a weird religion. I don't know if it's still around or anything. I didn't look that up or anything, so if you're Puritan or something, like, don't get me wrong about whatever, but I finished that one, and it took me like an hour and a half to finish that second part, and then I was at 7 pages, I was like 7, and like had like maybe like a little bit left on the 7th page, and I was like, you know what, I decided, I'm like, I was already at like 8 o'clock or something on Monday. And I was like, I really didn't want to finish it the next day because then it would just seem like I rushed through it, which I did anyhow. But I rushed through it to get it done and whatever. So I decided, I'm like, I can either work on it tomorrow before that class, and luckily, like, I have like a 4 hours prior to that class, so I could have worked on it. But I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm getting sick and tired of this class. So I just decided to just hand it in. So I handed it in with 7 pages, and then plus the works cited page. But I'm like, I know I'm just going to get a C on this paper, and plus I'll probably get a worse grade because I didn't do 8 pages. But I'll probably get a C, like, on my other papers. I just don't know why. I just can never get past a C. I think I only got 1 B in one of my classes, like, a really long time ago, and that was, like, in my first semester, not my first semester, my first year here. That was it. Like, I never got any more different, things. But I want to show you something. So I was at Walmart, I think it was on, like, Saturday. This was after Black Friday, and I was like, if you know me, which you probably don't, but one of my number 1 facts is that, I really love owls. Like, I am obsessed with them. I like anything that has them on, and I like, stuffed animals, I like blankets, I like things to put your coins in, pajamas, anything, and you name it. I probably might do a video on how much owl stuff I probably have, because I probably have a lot of it. And I think it all started, my owl obsession, was when I watched Harry Potter, and I was like, oh my god, I love that owl. I was like, oh, I really wish that it was real, and I could go and get one of those owls. But, like, I like real live owls, too. I mean, they're really, really cool. So I think I might do a video on all the stuff that I have that's owl-related. And I'll probably have to do it when I get home, because I have some stuff there I probably could use. But I do have, like, 3 my essential owl things with me. One is my owl calendar that I got for last year. The other one is my owl, like, piggy bank thing. I don't even know what they call them, like, quick guess a coin bank, and I put all my quarters in for the washers. So if you do go to a college, make sure they don't make you use quarters to wash and dry your clothes, because that's just stupid. It's like, you're not going to do that at your house, so whatever. And then I have this owl blanket, and I'll show you this owl blanket because I have it right next to me, and I slept with it every single night, and I just love it. And it's blue, and the owls are white on it, but it looks so cute, so I'll just show you a little swatch of it. So, here you go. That's what it looks like, and it is super, super, like, comfy. And when I saw it, I just had to get it. And my mom's like, well, why do you want to get that? And I'm like, because it has owls on it, like, seriously? So, yeah, so, one thing this week is I got back my history, paper that I talked about in previous vlogs. I don't know which ones. And I, got a C+ on it. So, praise the roof for that. But I got a C+ on it. And then, I'll show it to you, like, next week, too, because I have it in one of my, thing, and if you hear that noise, that's just my notification sound, just so you know. I also, decorated my door for Christmas, and if you want to see it, you'll have to follow me on my Instagram account, and I'll put, a link down below, maybe, I don't know. But if you want to see it, just comment below, and then I'll show it to you. It's not really that bad. It's like, what I don't get is, like, my other friends at different colleges, they're allowed to completely decorate their door. But here, you have to, you can only decorate above the knob. And it's, like, a little halfway, so it's just, it has to just, garland around it, and then, like, little stockings on it, so it's not really, like, that Christmassy at all. But yeah, that's what I can do. And I'm like, why can't we decorate, like, the bottom of our door? Like, I don't understand it at all. I just really don't. And I just don't want to even matter. I'm like, probably because the buildings are really old. I don't really know. But I'm like, they're not going to just catch on fire, like, automatically. I do realize that in my videos, I have to do it vlogs or anything, so it wouldn't matter. But I'm also doing on Instagram the December challenge, and today's December challenge is to post a picture on Instagram of your college or school or whatever, I guess. So that's what I'm going to do today. I already did the first 5, so I'm on track, which is good. I'm just excited. My highlight for this week is that, like, I'm really excited because I'm finished with my classes, like, not all of my classes today, but it's the last full week of classes. And then Monday I just have to go to my 2 math classes, and that's it. I'm so happy because I'm getting tired of, like, staying here and everything. And as Christmas gets, like, closer and closer together, it's really, really hard to not get excited. Cause you're like, oh my god, like, whatever. And the one thing I just don't like about Christmas, like, I love Christmas, but, like, the one thing I hate is that, like, now, when you're older, your parents have to ask you what you want because of whatever. And, like, the funniest thing is like, you act like you're excited, like, when you were a little kid, like, you're like, oh, like, you would just forget about what toys you asked for, and then you'd be excited, cause you're like, oh, yeah, like, I love this, and whatever. But what I don't get is, like, now, it's harder and harder. Like, my parents are like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know what I want. Like, I just don't know. And then they have to guess, and it's just, like, you don't feel, like, for me, I feel like if they just give you money or gift card, it just means that, like, they're not trying as hard, or, like, they really don't know you as much. But then the other thing, though, is that, like, if they get you a gift, and it's really, like, it just sucks, you're just, like, what am I supposed to do with this, you know? So, yeah. So, again, please subscribe to this channel. And remember, my goal is to get 10 subscribers. I think I already have 5, so I just need 5 more, or I can get more. So I just want 5 more to get 10, so that's my goal, just get 10. And, like, I really don't have, like, that much self-esteem, so that's why I'm not saying, like, oh, I want to get, like, 100. I just want to get 10, and that's it. So, yeah, next week the video will be up on Thursday. So, you know, because it's Friday, next Friday is my finals. So, remember, this is Nat. I'm at college, and this was week 6.